Hey, you guys, what's happening? It's been a rough day today, huh? These poor people in Nice. What is happening to our world? So sad looking at all the stuff that's going on right now. Dirk's mom and dad live in France too. He was just back there visiting them. It's crazy times we're living in. How are all you guys doing? Hello, Istanbul. Today is going to be hard. It's just sad. So for all of you guys that keep saying how great my hair looks, this is what it looks like in the morning. It's pretty fucked up. Thanks. Bucharest was a good show. We had a good time. There's a lot of really, really happy looking people. Yeah. I don't know who they are that's trying to frighten us, but man, we need some world leaders that are just going to clamp down on this stuff. Yeah, that's funny. I'm going to... So, where are you guys at today? Tell me where everybody's at. Where's everybody at? Cork. Oh my God, you know what? My grandma's from Cork. She's Clancy from Cork. I hope that doesn't mean that I'm a bad person or anything like that, because my kin there, but I tell you, I sure enjoy that part of my heritage. Who's all coming to the show tonight in Budapest? Big pub, big pub, big pub, big pub. All right. I do know about the terrorist attack in your country, friend, and I'm very sorry to hear that. It's a tragedy. I don't know what would lead a guy to do something like that, because clearly there were children in there. Shower scope. No, not today. Clearly there was children in there, and for people who are saying that it was Muslims, I'm sure that they're going to find that there's some Muslim brothers and sisters in there too that were unfortunately ran over and hurt. It's like I keep saying, just love people, treat people the way you want to be treated, and love each other. The absolute worst thing that happens if you love someone and they don't love you back is you were decent for a little while longer than normal. Where am I now? In the lobby of the hotel, brushing my teeth. Puerto Rico, did they ever get a grip on that Zika thing going on down there? No, I'm just kidding. Hello, France. Whenever I brush my teeth, the theme song from The Wizard of Oz plays. Brush, brush here, brush there, and a couple of fa-la-las. Just walking your dog. So I guess you guys know now that we hired Dirk saw the wonderful stuff that Chris Adler said. Boy, he's a good dude, man. Great drummer, too. Yeah, I guess this is what it would be like if we were roommates or you were married to me or whatever. See me in the morning getting ready. This is my pre-coffee face. You know who's a really cool guy to watch on here? He's funny as hell. My buddy Jay Moore. You should check him out. He is so funny. I like that guy a lot. Yeah, Dirk is really good. He's a great guy to be able to check out. So, anyways, what are you guys going to do today? Give me some ideas. Soilwork is a good band. How often do I exercise? Well, I do metal aerobics every night when we play. Okay, sorry. I didn't know it was 2 in the morning where you're at there, Bubba. You can stare at the roof for a second. So, tell me your favorite song. We're trying to add some new songs to the set list, and Dirk and Kiko want to add Reckoning Day. What's the inspiration for my great riffs? Hanley's my inspiration. You ever seen this dude before? That's my bear. Now that's a teddy bear. He's my shreddy bear. The kids got me this a long time ago, and I take it with me wherever I go. Yeah, you can ask me whatever. Doesn't mean I'm going to answer. The name of the bear's Hanley. Hanley, because when the kids were in school, they had this piece of paper that they had to take home, and each student had to spend time with the little bastard. It's a flat piece of paper, and come back and tell people in class what it was like being at your house for the week. And I said that to Justice, and I said, well, you have Flat Stanley, which was the piece of paper's name, and I said, I have Fat Hanley. And he laughed, and so I left it with him while I was gone, and then when I came back, he gave it to me to take with me. So, anyways, I do vocal exercises. I was taking vocal lessons from Brett Manning, who was an amazing vocal teacher in Nashville, and his one of his top teachers was a guy named Tyler, God, how do you say his last name? I can't remember his last name. Of course, you'd ask me something I would forget. But, yeah, really good, simple exercises. I heard somebody that I know recently dissed a friend of mine, too, and doing his vocal exercises. And I was going to tell him that if he ever did that to me, he would never play with us again. But you know, it just kind of shows immaturity and unprofessionalism when you're listening to a band in the other dressing rooms next to you, and they're doing their warm-ups, and you think it's funny to make fun of them. I don't know. You can't expect much from somebody who doesn't have much. Yeah, that was a good quote. What's your band sound like, Rich? I didn't work with Dave Navarro, but we're friends. I'm proud to call him my friend. I think that he's a terrific guy, and I think he's a really good guitar player too. There's a lot of people that have different styles that you can learn a lot from. You just got to check it out. Don't think that I'm not still angry. I have moments where I get mad, like last night, because Dirk's parents live in France, and Dirk lived in France for a dozen years, and my dad's half French, was before he passed away. So, I'm a quarter French, and it just makes me sad, regardless of what country that stuff was in. It was just so gutless. Innocent victims, just running them down, so terrible. Oddly enough, I just read this book called Mr. Mercedes by Stephen King, which was talking about the same thing. Some guy that goes and gets in his car and runs people down. So I'm just wondering maybe if there was some kind of weird connection there. Happy birthday, Chili Dude. Dotsy, hey Dotsy, you're not unreciprocated. We just got to be careful when we hang out because you and I like to get in trouble, and I can't do that when I got people depending on me. Unless Dirk can't do it, and he asks Chris to do that, no. Chris is in Lamb of God. He's always been in Lamb of God, and I've always said that to everybody. And a lot of the little smartasses that think that they know better. We both have been graciously encouraging you to accept the truth, and that he is in Lamb of God, and that he did come in as a session player, and that we were looking for a new drummer. So, whatever. Harder to perform at what? Does it get harder to perform at what? Yeah, it is old news. Whatever Hydra UK is, shout at you. Don't know what I'm shouting, but shout. My favorite horror movie, I really like The Shining. That's got some great lines in it. So it's just always going to be one of my favorite movies. Oh man, I am getting tired. Just went down and slammed a cup of coffee, but I don't think I drank enough. So, any of you guys here in Budapest today going to be coming to the show tonight? If I say hi, Mark, you're going to shit your pants. Well, unless you're two, I think that probably is a much more deeper problem. You might want to go see a doctor or go to a Walmart and get some Depends before I say that. I gotta get some music to play in the background. How many solos are there in Hangar 18? Let's see. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I think. Of course it would be 13. Would I consider sudden death in there? Um, maybe. Maybe. Metal doesn't die. Do I like drama movies? Like what? What kind of drama movies? The changes on of the songs on the new record, let me start that again. The songs I like on the new record change. Boy, was that dyslexic. Started at the end of the sentence and went to the front. What about my wines? Oh, hey, yeah, you know what, you guys, if you're living in the States, I'm going to be doing something over the break where we're going to have something out at South Coast Winery where we do our wines. We're going to have a dinner party out there, and you guys can come if you want. It's called a tasting, which is where you come out to have dinner there, and then we talk a little bit about the wine. The guy that helped brew the wine with me, it's not called brewing with wine, but the guy that did it with me, he's like a rock star in his own world when it comes down to making a wine. So he'll tell you a little bit about how we made it and show you where we made it and everything. So it's am I in the penthouse? No, there's a floor above me, but I'm in a nice room thanks to the promoter, thanks to you. Do I make beer? Actually, you know what? I am making some beer. I've got some directions. You put money into hand, hand into pocket, key into car, drive very fast, get beer, put it in belly, smile. If I did make beer, boy, I'll tell you what, my best buddy Jerry up in Quebec, I'd want him to make it for me. Why is it so hard for me to have the same band members? Well, after 30 years, that's a lot of people, and I've already addressed this thing, so you're obviously a newbie. Why don't we wait till there's nobody here with more intelligent questions than that, and I'll answer your question. How many cars do I have? Well, it depends if you're talking about that are registered to me or... well, then don't be a dumbass, Bad Motor Finger. Why do you ask questions like that? Why is it so hard to have people in there? People change their mind. Guard died. That wasn't my fault. Chris Poland was taking stuff. Marty had a breakdown. What was I considering before Megadeth? We didn't really think of a lot of names. We had one that was called Fire Bomber, but it was really kind of a dumb-sounding name in German. It's like Fear Bomber or something like that. And because I like the name Fear from the punk rock band, I always thought that they were awesome. My favorite book, besides the Bible, I like a lot of Dean Koontz stuff, a lot of Stephen King stuff. Like a lot of biography stuff too, and definitely like a lot of Edgar Allan Poe. The Fire Bomber is what it was. Edgar Allan Poe has stuff like The Cask of Amontillado and The Telltale Heart and The Raven, and actually the song Sealed with a Kiss, the first part of that was based on The Cask of Amontillado. Yeah, what was the name of that song? I can't remember the name of my dang song right now. No, because spell check will sometimes write Megadeth. You can say it and it comes out the same way. Spelling it is different. Well, no, some can hang, it's just that if they want to do something and it's not conducive to the band, or, if they're in it for the wrong reason, like, for example, going to be touring with Jay Reynolds soon in Metal Church, and Jay was great as a friend, as a guitar player and stuff like that, but it was just a weird kind of way that we were set. Yeah, hardest part of letting go, that's right. It was just a little weird because he was going to have Jeff come in and do the parts and then teach it to him, and I was, at the time, I just said, let's just get Jeff instead, which was not really nice. Jay and I are friends, always have been friends, and I've apologized to him since then for being so insensitive. But it's cool. This will be the first time that we've ever done a tour with Metal Church. No, that's not Electra. That's the ambassador to music for the country of Jordan. Spotlight with Michael Keaton. I like Michael Keaton. I think he's a good actor. You know who's a really great acting instructor was Michael Caine. No, you didn't throw me off. I can throw you off if you want. There's more people that are posting up here than just you, Mark. No sé español? Eh? Views on the paranormal, I think it's totally for real. There's a lot of stuff that goes on with electricity, with energy, with you're just a simple thing. Try to explain gravity to people. Try to explain electricity. Can't do it. There's all kinds of really great stuff like that. Yeah, I have Scott in my phone contact. Why do you ask? You keep asking that. You're a weird dude. I love punk rock. Well, people don't really recognize me a lot because I wear sunglasses and a beanie, but those of you, my lovely droogs, you figure it out after a while. That's why I have to change my beanie color every once in a while. That and my sunglasses change shape and size. I saw this one pair of sunglasses that looked like a welding mask, and I thought, well, for sure they wouldn't recognize me. I think Sia was wearing them. It's really cute. My favorite singer? Um, I don't know. It used to be really easy to put my finger on that. It was Chris Cornell and Sean Harris and Robert Plant, but after I waited around for 2 hours for an autograph from Robert Plant, he's off the list. And Sean is, he's one of those guys that, you listen to his music once and you fall in love with him. Just an amazing, amazing singer. You know what? I don't know how to play the scales in the different keys too, so you're not a dumbass, bro. It's all right, bro. He's gone. Don't worry about it. Dad, you're welcome. Totally welcome. People have their entitlement, and they can say what they want. It's just if they're saying like "fuck yeah" or "fuck you," it's. I also think that sometimes people want to do that just because it makes them feel great to show people how well they're surviving on the planet, being a complete douche. Do I like the Misfits? Yeah. There's been several different lineups of the Misfits that I like that I've seen over the years. I'm not asking, you are not asking my questions because they are dumb. No, I don't think you have a grasp of English. What's a modern rock band, Lucy? You keep asking that. I don't know what you mean. You got to be a little bit more specific. What reunion show? I like the Peppers. I like the music a little bit more than Anthony's singing. I'm not really a big fan of his singing, but I know he probably says the same thing about my singing. I think that's just kind of one of those things where frontmen sometimes are like alley cats. We sometimes, yeah, I'm tired. I just woke up. Um, I think that frontmen are very, very picky. Do I design stage outfits? My outfit is a pair of pants and a button-down shirt. It's real hot to design that. Red hot frontman like a gay. Dude, sorry for you. Ellison makes coffee. You guys should get some of his coffee. It's really good. Do I like black metal? I like a lot of the players. A lot of the players are really good, but I'm not really down with some of the music lyrically, especially the screamo stuff. It's just, those guys, most of them are so good that they go to that extreme. And God, I got to change the channel. They keep showing that fucking bus of that truck going back and forth. I'm sorry. Just can't stand this anymore. Makes me wonder if the media isn't partly responsible for this, with these people wanting to become immortalized because they see their absolutely horrid actions glamorized on TV over and over and over, 24 hours a day for weeks on end. I think if the media wanted to do us all a favor, they would talk about it once and then get off of it so that whoever it is forgotten as quickly as they came into the world. Ozzy. I like Ronnie James Dio. I loved him in Rainbow. I loved him in Dio by himself. But for me, I'm kind of old school when you have a singer in a band, like with David Lee Roth and Sammy Hagar. Sammy is an amazing guitar player and a great singer, and I have, believe it or not, a bunch of his solo albums. But for me, I thought that Van Halen was Van Halen, and it needs to be Van Halen. I don't know what Pretty Reckless means. Well, go get some food. I'll answer your question. I have forgotten how to do songs live. When you have almost 200 songs, it's a little hard to remember them all. Oh, okay, so what is it? What is Pretty Reckless? I heard Joe Perry had a stroke. If I ever had to go on tour with one hand I've never been on tour with, well, hopefully it was my hand. I don't like strange hands being around me. Well, actually, I've kind of put the game thing down for a while and started writing out what I think would be a cool game for me to make. Not that I know how to do that, but it should be cool. Marty Friedman reunion. I'm going to call Marty in a couple days and ask him if he'd be willing to come over here and do something with us for Nick Menza. When did I get my first guitar? I don't know if it was a stroke, heart attack, something like that, but I saw in the news they were saying that he was ill. And it's funny, you're never going to get the truth unless you're Joe or you're, his family. Okay, Rich Fish, you have a great day and kick ass at work, man. Bring home the bacon for your family. Yeah, Marty is phenomenal. It was. Marty's work and Rest in Peace and Countdown is phenomenal. Well, I don't want to get into anything about Nick leaving the band or anything like that out of respect for the dead. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Thank you. I won't cut my hair. I'm not always changing band members. Actually, you know what? I just went to um, Scotland to go see Electra's songwriting retreat. I think she's going to do that again, and I'm going to go up there with her because I think that it's really beautiful. Great people. A little cold. I thought that it was a cool area that we went into. People were very inviting, and there was a castle that they were staying in. So leave it to Electra to do things right. You know, she wants to be great, and I think that the songs that she's recording right now are really, really great. Let's see. I think it's probably closer to 38 million records, and I think the other numbers are when you count in all the streaming and stuff. And then if you add the Metallica stuff, that takes me over the 100 million mark because a couple years ago it was over 40 million with Metallica, and that was my 38 million. You know, that's a lot of records. It does eat battery life, that's for sure. It does. Dude, don't say that about Metallica. That's just as bad as saying something about me. You know, I'm not a huge, huge fan of those guys, but I am a fan. They are my brothers. We are family. So let's be cool, please, please, please. If Kirk ever left the band and they asked me to join, would I join? No. I think some musicians push the limits getting old, trying to act like they're not old. It's nothing worse than some dude that is, you know, old and he's out there trying to act like he's all hot and sexy and fit and stuff. And it's like the American Express commercial after the concert. They go backstage and the dudes take off their wigs and everything like that. What's my favorite festival? Well, Download's always been great. There's a lot of really good festivals in Finland and Scandinavia. Um, I want to be able to. I want to be able to. Did I ever block somebody for bitching? Nah, if I block somebody, it's usually permanent. You know, I'm pretty tolerant, and if somebody's going to say something that's going to offend somebody here, forget it, man. You're gone. There's a lot of young kids here. There's a lot of decent human beings that come and watch what I do and say. And you know, if you want to, you know, be stupid or be rude or something like that, that's cool, man. You know, you can do that all you want. Just do it someplace else. I did like Pantera, and I do like Pantera. Okay, Ram. We're gonna go back to Dubai, but we've never gone to Abu Dhabi. Yeah, it was cool seeing Nikki. Nikki, you know, that's just proof where you can always put things behind you and can be big about things. You know, we weren't really big friends in the day because of you know they were a glam band and we were a metal band. We lived in Los Angeles and there were some other things that it's just kind of made it a little bit awkward. But we're friends now. You know, I think that Nicky is a brilliant band leader, and he had to deal with a lot of crazy stuff. Milton Keynes was cool. I don't know that I have an all-time favorite Megadeth song. They change. No, I did not read the dirt. You know what? I'm falling asleep, guys. La, 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 la. I think I'm going to go. You guys, I love you so much. You absolutely make my world go round. Pam, Justice, Electra, and you guys, my droogs, my band. Man, it's nothing more than a dude needs, except for a nicely tuned guitar and a couple 100,000 watts blasting through Marshalls. You guys, come to the show tonight. If you're not here and you don't live in Budapest, come to a show soon. We've got dates that are going to be announced real soon, and I hope to see you all there. Love you, love you, love you. Bye.